You get that, right? You've seen those two different types. So usually what you want to do is identify, do I want to attack, or do I want to try to pass standing, or do I want to try to pass kneeling? And the answer to that question depends on a few different things. The first one is your attributes, how good your balance is. If you've got a lot of balance, I would suggest you try passing standing up first always, all right? If your balance is crappy, kneel down, right? Also, generally, the kneeling ones require a lot more upper body strength, because when I kneel to isolate an ankle and shut his game down here, if his body moves and he pushes and he makes space, this pass breaks down, right? It's very difficult to pass if I give him any space like that. So what I have to do is, you'll see guys do things like this. They hold tight, right? Or they hold here when they do those kinds of passes. You guys following what I'm talking about? So those require a lot of strength, and in my opinion, they require quite a lot of energy. Whereas these ones, just like the on the feet passes, I find them not as taxing to do. One of the things you can do as well, though, is you can just change up between the two of them. If, for example, I'm fighting with Rob and I'm trying to shut his guard down and he keeps pushing me away, then I'll just stand up and start like a standing pass, right? Or if Rob's got a ridiculous Berimbolo style guard and he's got these long, horrible legs and I can't get past them, like with standing, then I'll start to slow the game down and I'll shut him down. Do you guys see? So there's these two main different types, standing and kneeling. The one is more about speed and balance and movement, and the other is more about slowly, methodically shutting the opponent down and controlling him. You guys understand that? Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to split into groups, and we're going to start with guard passing. And for the first drill, you can only pass standing up, right, using one of the standing ones. And the second one you can only pass with a kneeling, shutting down pass. Does that make sense? And I'll tell you, A, when to switch from top and bottom, and B, when to switch which style to do it with. Keep in mind, this isn't a flat-out competition war. So the guy on the bottom, give your opponent something to work with. He's just playing around. He's experimenting with these two different types. So don't be a dick and like do everything you can to stop the pass. Let him work it a little bit. The first concept, guys, when you're passing standing up, this is an important one. Okay, let's look at the worst possible thing that can be happening to me for the top player. He's got a grip, he's got a collar, he's got a hook, and he's stepping on my hip. So he's got full control of my body and he's stretching me out, right? I've broken my posture. You can see this is not good, right? It's definitely not good. So we don't want that to happen. So the way I think about it is, your body can be one of two things. It can be a climbing frame or a fireman's pole. All right? You guys, can you think in your minds of the basic differences between those two? Like a climbing frame, or you guys might call it a jungle gym. What do you call a gym where kids play? Jungle gym, okay? Look, if I'm like this, I'm making a structure for Rob to climb up. Look, I'm giving him his handles. I'm giving him everything he needs, right? It's easy for him to climb up me. You guys see that? I am a jungle gym or a climbing frame. I don't want that. I want to be like the fireman's pole, so he's sliding off me. So this is something I learned from Dave Riley, sorry, which is the first part of the climbing frame is the backs of your knees, right? You guys have seen a good guy will always, those hooks. This is not good, right? Now look, he's controlling me already. So he started to climb up. You're following so far. So I don't want that. And one of the ways I can deal with that is by adopting this posture here, pinching my knees together. But notice that I'm not doing this, right? Because here, there's no balance. My feet are still reasonably wide. It's just my knees that are together. My lead leg is slightly at an angle, toes angled in, and my back toes are pointing directly ahead. So it's like that. And I can still move here, keeping my knees together. But it's very difficult for him to start getting hooks in, starting De La Riva. Look, there's no De La Riva there, right? Stops straight away. Do you follow? This comes from a very good player called Elio Seneca, and he showed it to Dave, he showed it to me, and I've had a lot of success with that. My default now is when I'm standing to pass, I'm like this. It looks kind of weird, and it feels kind of weird in the beginning, but it's very, very effective. So that's the first thing I want you to keep in mind. When you're doing your standing pass, the last thing you want to do is this, like, right? It's the opposite. Look here.